Well, happy 4th of July to everybody. One of the things I'm going to do today is we're going to run two unique trains. We have the M10,000 Union Pacific. I can use that to occasionally run in place of the regular Union Pacific 910, the city of St. Louis. It's sitting down here at my simulated station down in Digitrax East. And then we also have the Burlington Zephyr that is sitting here in the simulated station. This is Digitrax East Track 1, this is Digitrax East Track 2, and we'll run them up. I'm not going to bore you with showing you on the helix, but we'll enter them into the helix, and then we'll bring them in up on track 10, and then I'll show you how we reverse them. One of the problems you have, of course, when you're modeling is you have to, if you don't have a lot, I mean, I got a lot of room, but I don't have enough room to run the parallel Union Pacific or even some of the Burlington Zephyr or Burlington CB&Q route in its entirety that would be in the same area as Kansas City Union Station that I kind of simulate as my Union Station. So what we do is we typically will take them from staging up to Union Station, and then they will go on the reversing loop and go back down to staging to simulate that they've gone on to their next destination. So we'll just run these today and we'll see how we do. Hopefully we won't have a lot of derailments and such that that I've had in the past, but as a reminder, these are both Con-Cor sets, and they have Digitrax decoders in them. We'll see you when we get upstairs. Here comes the Burlington Zephyr out of the tunnel and successfully over the turnouts. And it'll go up around, and we'll catch it as it comes in on track 10. Here it is coming up around into Union Station, past the fake oil tank, Lily. I mean, it'd really be nice if this thing had sound, but it's not something I cared to do. So what we'll do is we'll bring this train in, slowing it down, and we'll stop it right here. Allow the passengers to disembark, and then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and I'll show you what the train has to do in order to turn around. Here we go, starting the process of turning the train. All the passengers to Kansas City Union Station have disembarked, and the train will now come around. It needs to go past that turnout right there where the engine was. Okay, good enough. Then what we do is we switch this, put the train in reverse, and it'll back down onto, and it'll go slower, back down onto track 14, which is the runaround track. And we'll catch it as it comes back through. I have to slow it down because I got to walk over and flip a switch. Here comes the train. now go on to the reversing loop, which runs all the way around. And I think a lot of my subscribers have probably seen me do this before, but not with this particular train. It'll go all the way around. I want to go slow in here because I have trouble with a couple of these turnouts. Sorry I'm shaking, but I'm trying to move controllers and see how it hesitates. It's this turnout right over there. So what it'll do now is we'll go back, and I'm going to walk. It'll go back past where it was before, and then come back in on track 10. As you can see it going back under the bridge. I gotta flip this, and I will move rapidly once I find my controller. Stop the train. And it'll come back in on track 10. If I went over to the station over there, the little gray building, there is a crossover where I could bring it into one of the other tracks. But here it comes back in on track 10. And it would pick up its passengers right here, and then head on to points west, which I believe would be Iowa and possibly back to Chicago. You know, I don't run the whole schedule, but that's the way that train runs. So, but anyway, that's the Burlington Zephyr. Now we're just going to do a shorter video on, here comes the M10,000, and it'll just go into on track 10, and we'll be done with that. I will not bore you by showing you how it reverses again, as long as it makes it all over all the turnouts. Con-Cors are notorious for going off of turnouts. We'll catch it on the other side. And here comes the M10,000 on track 10, hopefully. I think the front of this particular engine, or whatever you call the lead car, is a little low, and I think it's catching on stuff. So, but anyway, it would go through the same process that the Zephyr did. It would disembark its passengers, probably, like maybe right in here. And then it would do the same thing about reversing itself so that it could pick up passengers going to its next destination, either back to St. Louis or on to the west. So, but anyway, that's those two engines. Here is the presidential train. It's led by, this is a Kato 282, number 4067. And we have a Microtrains car, Pullman car, and it's labeled the General Sherman. Then we have a Burlington car with the buy war bonds, and I can't remember who I got that from, but that's a specialty purchase. And then we have the Ferdinand Magellan, which is the presidential car, I think it started with Roosevelt, and it's got the, you can see it, it's got the presidential seal on the back and the bullhorns on the top of the loudspeaker system on top of the rear of the car for the president to give speeches back in the old days. So the train is currently at Jamestown, which is the that's on my layout, and it really is the capital of this particular fictitious state. So we'll get rid of that. And here goes the train, hopefully. Forgot to turn on the sound. And I got a bad turnout, pardon me. That's what happens. All these different decoders have different numbers or functions to turn them on, turn them off, etc. So DCC is standard, but yet not standard. So it'll go into the tunnel, and we'll catch it over on the other side of the tunnel. Here it comes around the big curve near the, I believe this is the Kansas River, and I guess that's a submarine. I don't know how the heck it got there. So it's going through San Angelo, which is Lawrence in real life. So it'll go straight through this particular town. Here in Paradigm, it'll join the eastbound main. It goes by the Nautilus and the World War II gun historical display. And we'll catch it when it stops in Union Station. Here it's going past the Morris Stock Feedlot and Morris Station. We'll slow it down a little bit as it goes into the station. Hopefully it'll make over all the turnouts like it's supposed to. Sorry I keep talking about them, but it's just the way they are. Sorry, it blurred there on that one building. So here comes the presidential train on the 4th of July into Union Station. So, and we'll stop it here. I want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July, and please be safe. We'll see you next time. Bye.